Hi, my name's Nick, and I've been asked to put a video out about why I train, what motivates me, and all that good stuff. And I think really, if I look at from when I was late teen up until now, I'm like coming up for 47 years of age, what does motivate me? I think I need a lot more motivation nowadays than I probably have done in the past. But as I've kind of gone through all my years, different things have motivated me. Certainly now, I love the fact that I can cut around with younger people training with elite outdoor fitness and or even older people that seem to be stronger than me or whatever, and my kids and stuff like that, and my family. I just kind of find that I'm more capable as I get older in my life, and more robust, and I've got more balance in my life. I can deal with stresses and strains of life a little bit better, and overall it just kind of makes me a more rounded individual. I think I've always needed it, especially when I was a late teenager and a young adult in my 20s. I suppose I kind of was on a path of, I wouldn't say destruction, but kind of where I could easily kind of come unstuck, and maybe I kind of came close to do that a few times. And I think I needed that kind of, or the draw that the British Forces kind of gave me, and the more specialist side that went into, I suppose, because I needed to be inspired by others, and I suppose I needed that self-confidence and drive that the physicality kind of stuff brought as well. And I think it kind of brought a bit more balance to me kind of physically and mentally when I was that age. I think it's really good for young people. I think that young people, especially nowadays, they kind of maybe need something in their life like karate or jiu-jitsu or rowing or football clubs and stuff like that, just to kind of help build up their self-confidence and kind of push them forward in the right direction. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that you join the British Forces, but certainly doing something that's physical and gets the blood flowing can kind of tick a lot of the boxes. I think that where you can easily kind of lack in that motivation, self-confidence, self-discipline when you are a young adult, quite possibly. Moving forward, left the forces, went to the Middle East and kind of had a very dangerous job for about 6 years, but then like a partially dangerous job for about 4 or 5 years after that. So 11 years pretty much living out there in a very, very harsh and difficult environment. And what that kind of showed me really, although I kind of knew it from being in the British Forces, was how important it was, not just for myself, but my team members, on a life and death situation every day, certainly for the 6 years, how important it was to be capable. And I'm talking about, when everything goes really badly wrong, people are looking up to you because for survival and a bit of confidence in one person to say, can we do this? How on earth are we going to get out of this? And that became really evident very quickly when I was working away, and I ended up using my physicality on many occasions to make sure that I just built that kind of confidence in my team, and also kind of my team became very capable of themselves, and I ended up putting training practices in place to ensure that other teams were the same and were capable, and making sure that physical fitness and training became part of our all-over training plan to ensure that we as teams were safe. And so that kind of was a really important factor for a number of years, about 10 years or so, of why I trained so hard and became so capable. And kind of allowing that, I suppose, when I came back to kind of filter into my life was a number of situations like car crashes that I've kind of come up against, and when I worked in surveillance, undercover surveillance for the police as a civilian, but for the police for a number of years, catching muggers and thieves and all that lot, I had to use my physicality. Even when the plane went down on Carfest, I was the first one there on site, only because I was kind of capable and confident enough to go, I haven't got a clue what I'm going to do when I get there, but let's go and have a look, see if I can assist and help if there were any survivors and stuff like that. And I think what I'm trying to say is that you can bring it into your everyday life. It really does help you. It makes you that person that takes a step forward to help out and to assist. You don't need to know how to do anything, but it might help you just helping to manage a situation and putting yourself forward instead of expecting somebody else to do that for you. And so, it makes you essentially that person that can be looked up to or relied upon, or somebody that just kind of cuts out of nowhere and kind of goes, oh great, this is another set of hands that can help us in this situation. And it might be that you're fortunate enough not to ever be engaging into situations where you need to use your physicality, but on that one occasion when it maybe is needed, I think it's kind of it's nice to pat and have that self-confidence to think, okay, I can help out here. And I suppose to a certain extent, that's why I keep training, or part of it. And secondly is the fact that it does give me a good bit of balance. It keeps me motivated and it keeps me healthy. for my family and for my children, and kind of like making sure I can keep up with the youngsters in elite outdoor fitness. So overall, really, I suppose as I've moved through my life, there's been different areas of why I've kept fit and strong and motivated, and what has motivated me. But generally, I think it's really good balance to have for anybody in their life. And it doesn't mean that you have to be an ultra runner to be fit and healthy. It certainly just means that you put that extra little effort each week by maybe training a minimum of 3 to 4 times a week for at least 20 minutes to ensure that you kind of are a better self. You've got some people out there that are struggling with weight or diseases and illnesses that kind of really hold them back in their training. But I think as long as you contact your doctor and make sure that you've got that tick in the box to do some light exercises, you can completely change the way that you feel about your life, and your mental and physicality can really be increased, and you can really see and reap the benefits of just some real light exercising overall. I hope this has helped. It's kind of ticked that box of what people wanted from me in regards to like why and what keeps me motivated and stuff. But yeah, thanks for listening.